Hi guys, what's up? Fearless Sean here. For this video will be a test realm overall discussion video, as well as a possible episode 1 for the test realm walkthrough on Squashbuckler if y'all would like to see more of a walkthrough, which I will be talking about more in a second, but first let me get this dialogue and battle started real quick.
Well, that's done it. We'll have to fight our way through.
Okay, so I'll go and get this battle started real quick, then I'll start with my talking. So, I hate it when that pirate starts talking, but anyways, let's, oh my gosh, that guy won't stop talking. Anyways, where was I? Yeah, so this will be an overall test realm discussion video, as well as, I guess the first thing I should ask is, would y'all like for me to start another walkthrough, for Squashbuckler, the class for test realm, because I saw that the test realm walkthrough got the most views, lately in my videos, so if y'all like to see more, then I can always do another walkthrough, this time on Squashbuckler if y'all would like. You can say if y'all would like to see a Squashbuckler walkthrough in the comments box for this video. So that's the first thing I want to ask. The next thing is, of course, today is Friday, so I will be streaming today for League of Legends along with pirate101, and I also will be playing on probably soon, trying to get champion ranked, but that's all like channel stuff. Now I'm going to start with the overall test realm discussion, which this will be talking about how I think the test realm will affect PvP, and some of the changes still be like coming because of all that. So I guess I'll go and get started. First I'll go and start with Constella. Constella, when she first came out with like the a few epics she got, I thought she'd be a pretty good companion, maybe PvP companion, not totally sure yet, but since the update in the test realm with all the stuff she's gotten, there is no doubt that she is going to be one of the top companions in game, and a very, very important companion for PvP for any class, as of what I see right now. So I definitely think she'll be big for PvP in the coming meta, once Live Realm is released. So you might want to get practice with her. So that's number one. Number two is I'll start talking about the different classes and how they're either going to be like affected for positive or negative. So I guess I'll go and get started with Privateer. Privateer they have several big changes coming. First of all, they get their level 70 power of Blast of Discord, I believe, which is a very, very strong power for PvP. It'll be extremely strong against really any class, I'd say. Maybe not extremely helpful against Squashbuckler, but pretty much very effective against any other class. Not only for 1 versus 1, but also 2 versus 2 or 4 versus 4, whatever. So, all in all, I think that'll be a very important power for Privateer. And another thing, oh my gosh, another thing Privateers get.
So much for going quietly. Let's find Don Ritchie.
Victory! After you win a fight, no enemies will attack you for a few seconds.
Okay, I'm not. I'll be ignoring this for now. I'll keep doing my talking. So the other thing Privateers get is that seems pretty big. A lot of people are talking about wait, did I really get dragged into another battle? Whatever, I'll just do this. It is the first mate something and another. Can't remember the exact name of it, but it seems like a really effective power. Or a lot of people think that maybe just keeping a tower thing might be better. However, in most cases, yeah, most likely would. But the big thing that I see that this thing could be really big for is in a 2 versus 2 or 4 versus 4. If you plan this out where the turn for the one turn, you're a privateer with a musketeer. The musketeer hides the first turn, and then the second turn, the turn afterwards, you use your thing on the musketeer's character while the musketeer's hidden, and then they do a hidden sniper with that giant damage boost. I'm not sure exactly how much damage he'll do because I haven't like seen it before, but just thinking about it, I mean, that would be a serious amount of damage. And any kind of 2 versus 2 or 4 versus 4, you could possibly take down the companion just from that alone. Or not that alone, but like with maybe a combination of like 1 or 2 bombs or whatever, or Ghost Well or something like that. So it could be really big if you use it correctly. So I do think that will be something that will be used in future battles. So that'll be one thing that will probably, I would say, be used in some team fights in the new meta. And now let's see what class is next. Witch Doctor. I guess I'm going to start with Witch Doctor. Witch Doctor, it doesn't face too many changes. From this, I mean, I would still say that with minions and Old Scratch, it could be one of the best classes for 1 versus 1. Without both of those, it's one of the weakest classes, if not the weakest. However, it's still a very good class for 2 versus 2, and of course, very important for 4 versus 4 because of that. But the level 70 power it gets, a lot of people are talking about, is the Mojo Burn, and it is a very effective power for people using Old Scratch, whether it be Privateer, Witch Doctor, Musketeer. Not very effective at all versus melees, though. Pretty much it would be just like another Ghost Well or Morning Song, something like that, pretty much. Just because they don't use Ghost Well, or they don't use the Old Scratch, and they don't have a whole bunch of mojo, so it would not be really too much damage. So it will be very big against Privateer, Witch Doctor, or Musketeers, especially if they use the Scratch buff first. It can do a huge amount of damage. So that will be pretty big power against those classes, but not very effective against melee. So Witch Doctors, they don't change too much, but that can actually be a very effective power if used correctly and against the right class. So that's the changes this coming Witch Doctor. Next, let's see which class is next. Musketeer, yes. The only big problem is with Musketeer and Swashbuckler, I don't know what their level 70 powers are. I haven't really done the full test on any of the other characters yet, nor have I heard what their level 70 powers are. So yeah, I'm not really sure what. I can't really talk too much about how Musketeers or Swashbucklers will be affected yet. I can only know how other classes will affect them. So I'm sorry, I can't really talk too much about them as of yet, but I will, once I learn more about the level 70 power, I will be able to discuss more about it. But I guess I'm just going to skip straight to Buccaneer, and Buccaneer, their level 70 power is a bit of a mystery, like a kind of surprising power to get, which is a knockback. Definitely not something that you would usually expect on the Buccaneer, and I don't think it'll be a huge power boost, so compared to the other level 70 powers, that will most likely be the weaker or possibly the weakest. So I do think they'll probably be slightly weaker than they were before the Life Realm update. So that's pretty much all I can say about them yet. Haven't personally seen a whole bunch of like the level 70 power up close. All I know is it is a knockback, so we'll be talking about more about Buccaneer later as well. So that sort of talks more about classes. I'd say like right now, how I'd rate the classes in 1 versus 1. I mean, it's kind of hard because the matchups are always kind of change things, but I'd just say maybe just as an overall, I would say Privateers could possibly become the top class in 1 versus 1, especially of course with Old Scratch and minions. So I'll just go and say this is for ranked, and if it is ranked, and if you have Old Scratch and minions, I'd say Privateer is definitely number 1 because of new powers and stuff like that. I think they'd be really strong. And Witch Doctors, Privateers will still be taking over 4 versus 4. However, Musketeers with the new strategy could become a good class for 4 versus 4 as well. Buccaneers, I think, will be one of the weaker classes overall. Swashbucklers, I think, will be about mid-range. Witch Doctors will be probably one of the top better classes as well, and then Musketeers. I still think in 1 versus 1 they will be kind of slightly weaker. So that's sort of like the quick little opinion I have on things just from what I know, which is a very limited amount. So I believe that kind of wraps it up for the overall test room discussion. I talked about Constella, talked about the slight changes in the classes and whatnot. And then of course there is the Presidio companion promotion, which I still don't think any of those companions will really be used as of yet, from what I've seen, but I guess it's always possible. So yeah, I guess that finishes up for like the little discussion for the test room. But I do want to once again ask y'all if y'all would like for me to start more episodes for the Swashbuckler walkthrough on Test Realm, and say so in the comments box. And also, what videos would y'all like for me to make more in the future? And I believe that wraps it up for this video. I mean, I guess I'll go and get this dialogue done real quick, might as well, I guess. But yeah, I believe that wraps up for like all I need to be talking.
Orsino sent you. There is no need for such brutal measures, I assure you. I borrowed heavily against the profits from that cargo. Now, I owe the crabs too much. How can I pay Orsino back when I can barely? I have in motion another venture that will let me pay back his investment in a foal. I have to wait for...
I sure you do. So is Horn.
Wait, perhaps you can help me. If you can secure a prize cargo for me, I will be able to reimburse Duke Orsino in void fish. Bring him home.
Okay, there.
Oh, I love a good void fish. Let's go catch some.
Okay, so yeah, that was pretty much the dialogue. I wanted to skip through some of it because this video was a bit longer than I wanted, so I will go and stop this video. Hope y'all, thanks for watching, and respond whether if y'all like for me to make more of the Swashbuckler walkthrough in the future in the comments box. Thanks for watching.